Hey guys, Crystal here from 360 Fitness with your lower body stretching routine. So this is really good for after your workouts, guys, or just in general your morning or evening routine to kind of stretch everything out if you're stiffening up. So we're going to start with a quad stretch. So ideally, if you're at the gym, 2 benches works great. If you're at home, you can use maybe the seated part of the couch and maybe a coffee table. You don't necessarily need the second one if you have pretty good mobility, but if you struggle, you'll need something to kind of push yourself off of. So your one foot's gonna be up on the bench. Your other one comes out in front of you like this. So you might not need the second one. You can sit here like this. Or if your quads are very tight, you might need this to rest on. So this is the easiest version of this, and you should be stretching all down through this quad. So ideally, guys, you want to be able to sit in these poses for a minimum of 90 seconds to 3 minutes. If it's too severe for that, try to break it up. Or try to let off the tension. You need to be able to breathe to relax the muscles. If you're catching your breath or gritting your teeth because it's too intense, you need to back off of the stretch, okay? So you can gradually kind of work up to a more intense stretch even through the pose. So maybe after 90 seconds, you feel like you can handle more. And I would just come up to hands, and I'd gradually start pushing my butt back towards my heel. So that's gonna intensify the quad stretch. We're looking to tilt, kind of squeeze my bum forward, so to open that hip flexor as well. Make sure we're not overarching through our back either. So nice and upright, maybe a slight lean forward, okay? So breathe in through the nose, and as you exhale, try to relax that muscle. The whole part of stretching is trying to relax the muscle, not keep it tight. So in for 90 seconds per side minimum. Work your way up to 3 minutes. So that's your quad stretch. The next one I have for you guys is the opposite, so hamstring on the back of our legs. One of the easiest ones is to take the bench or your couch or your bed, have one leg out straight here and the other leg off supporting you. So this is the best if you have some legs are tighter than the other, so you're not trying to stretch them both at the same time. So keep your toes pulled up towards you. That'll also stretch your calf. And this might be lots just being upright. If you need more, just gradually kind of lean forward. And then you can gently start maybe pulling yourself down using the bench. Whole time though, remember that how important that breathing is. In through the nose, slow exhale and relaxation as you breathe out. So do 90 seconds to 3 minutes and then switch sides. Make sure you're kind of pushing the knee down into the bench. Next up, we have your glute stretch. So we've done quads, hamstrings, now we're gonna work into the glutes. I'll show you the harder one first this time, and then I'll show you the easier one afterwards. So we'll use the bench again, and I'm going to bring my leg down, and a shorter box would be easier. And so I'm just gonna come down into a kneel. So you can kind of see that my glute here is put on a stretch, and then the farther I lean forward, the more intense the stretch is going to be. So this is pretty intense. If this is not at all in your realm of possibilities, that is totally fine. We're gonna go onto the wall if that one's way too intense. So we're going to be on our back. I'm going to put my one foot up on the wall and cross my other leg over top. So with this one, the closer I move my butt to the wall, the more intense it's going to be. So the leg that is crossed here, that's the stretching leg. And you can maybe push that knee away, or you can gently pull it towards you. Both might feel excellent, just depends which way your glute is tighter. So you want to make sure your whole back and your lower butt is on the mat. So if you get too close to the wall, you might find that your butts or your lower back is lifting off, and we don't want that. So always make sure that your back can sit flat, and then you can play with those motions. Make sure you do both sides. Okay. The very last one that I have for you is kind of a cross between our low back and then like our outer IT band and some of our peroneal kind of like calf muscles that sometimes can get sore if we're walking or running lots. So for most people, they won't be able to grab onto their foot. So if you use a band or a strap of some sort, or sometimes even grabbing a towel to loop over your foot. So you're gonna loop it over your foot, and I want you to pull the inside, so you're gonna pull your foot towards the inside. So I have quite good ankle mobility, but you can see how my ankle turns like that. I'm going to lay down on my back, and again, this might be lots, but we're looking for the stretch all along the outside of my leg here. And as I can take more, I'll just let it kind of fall. So we're barely looking to keep my whole back on the ground. If I start rotating, I'm probably deteriorating the stretch. So I'm moving through my spine rather than through my hip. So ideally, you know, we can kind of get out to this side angle, and you just hold on to the strap, stretch all along the bottom of my leg, this whole outside area. Remember to do that breathing. So deep inhales through the nose, slow relaxing exhales so those muscles can actually relax and stretch. So 90 seconds to 3 minutes is the ideal goal for you guys to hold that stretch and start seeing some improvements in your flexibility. So we really have to work at holding it longer if we want to see improvements. Hopefully that really helps you out. Have a great day.